Hi everyone, Natasha here. This is my first Facebook Live session with you, so be patient. I'm still learning all the technological gizmos. I'm up here in sunny Whistler today, and in a second I'll share this backdrop with you. You can see the mountains, and if you can hear the sound, that's the ravine in these beautiful woods right behind me. So what on earth is happening on the planet right now? A client asked me this the other day, Natasha, am I going crazy? What is this new energy that's happening? Well, it's very, very interesting because way back in 1985, this is before faxes and cell phones and computers even, for some of you back at the age of the dinosaurs, some of you weren't even born then, I received a very strong message in a trance, you might say channeled, that the energy on the planet would drastically accelerate and rise up. And this is an increase in frequency. And what this frequency does to us is actually force us, if you like, to wake up and move into a higher consciousness, a higher awareness. And this new frequency, and we all vibrate at certain frequencies according to our emotions and our thinking, is going to make some of us feel very squirly. Because if you can imagine, it's like a propeller plane sitting dormant on the tarmac, and the propellers start to go very slowly. And this is what's been happening with our energy probably for a long time. And now, since 2015, the Schumann resonance, which measures our electromagnetic energy and the energy of the Earth, has drastically increased from 7.85 hertz, which it was for a long time. Now it's speeding up and it's getting up to 15, 25, and even as high as 36 in 2017, January 31st. So if you're looking at that propeller, it would be going like really so fast that you probably couldn't even see it. And that's what quantum physics is. There's an acceleration, a speeding up. So what does it mean to you? And how can you get through it? Because if you don't know about this or understand it, and you think it's just you going crazy or you're starting to feel more isolated, I want to help you get through this, and I would welcome your stories, the questions. Let's have a talk about this and see how it's affecting all of us. But what this new energy also does is really amplify, like taking a light bulb from 50 watts and cranking it right up to 5,000 and shining a light on everything that we're thinking and feeling. So if you're feeling really down in the dumps or depressed, that energy is going to really be amplified, and it's going to be very challenging to deal with. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there has been an increase in suicide of about 34% since 1999. And I noticed that amongst my clients, more of my clients have lost people to suicide. So if this helps you deal with this, and if it doesn't, try and get help. It's going to just bring or force you to bring what's in the dark out into the light, to speak about it, to share it, to discuss it, so we can heal it. And this is why now I'm offering quantum healing as a new practice of mine, which is not only taking my client from this current frequency, but it's also, I'm also helping people to get to their new reality and adjust to this higher frequency. I see Ava just joined. Welcome, Ava. I'm hoping lots of people are going to jump into this conversation, and I may not be able to respond to all of you, but please just send me your questions and your stories, what you're experiencing at this time, because I'm here to really help you. I'm passionate about people living to their highest potential. And I think at this time, I'm really being called to step forward and really help people get through this doorway into their higher selves. There's a helicopter going over right now, so Hopefully nobody's lost in the woods and it's a rescue mission. Hopefully it's a touring helicopter. But it's a beautiful day, so we hope everybody's out there having fun. What I'm doing, and just launching this, is I'm starting a YouTube channel and giving you little tidbits on how to get through this. I want to be interviewing other healers, modalities, learning about what other healers are doing to help us clear the blocks and to release our old stuff. That is our negative thought patterns, our conditioning from this lifetime or perhaps other lifetimes, and to heal our traumas. So we can move from this lower frequency into the speeded up high frequency where our new reality actually is just waiting for us to join us. And so start thinking about who you want to be, who are you now, who do you wish to become, and what would it take for you to get there? What would you need to leave behind? So if you would like to ask me questions about quantum healing, I can mail you a brochure, I can email you a brochure. Just please send me an email at natasha@natasharosewood.com or go to my website. As you know, most of you know, I've got 3 books out there, and those books will actually tell you about this increase in energy, especially the first one, and help you understand what's happening here. What I do tell people in this energy is as fast as it's speeding up, the more we need to slow down. The more relaxed we are, the more easily we can absorb this intense energy. You may notice other people are going a bit squirly. Some people are overwhelmed by it. Some people are very angry. It's bringing out all their stuff. So please be responsible with your anger. Don't take it out on fellow motorists or the supermarket person or the ferry person. Just be aware that this is bringing up this old stuff to be released, to be healed. Maybe start writing a journal about what you're feeling as well, so you can watch yourself and be witness to yourself as you go through these difficult times. There's an old Chinese curse that says we live in interesting times, and we certainly do. As we can see in the US just today, there's been more shootings, and this is all part of this amplification of the negativity and all the other stuff that's going on around the world. So we really want to take a look at this, step outside, take a breath, take a pause, and go, okay, this is not me. This is just energy passing through me, and I can use this energy, I can harness this energy to make it work for me, actually, to get what I want. So my new YouTube channel, I'm very excited to announce, is going to talk about how to use frustration, for example, or are you feeling stuck? How to use that stuck energy to really benefit you, because in quantum healing and quantum physics, we always work on the premise that what is happening to us is actually happening for us, because on some level, whether we want to acknowledge this or not, we have created this movie that we're seeing outside, and we're choosing to see whatever we're seeing through the eyes of our own perception. And what we can do with quantum healing, one of the other things we can do is absolutely change the way we look at our lives and each other and ourselves. So I'm going to ask you to send me your stories, look at the YouTube link that I've put on Facebook for this first session, and let me know if this time works for you, if you'd like another day, another time. I really want to be here to support you guys and have you get through this time as easily and effortlessly as possible. So Ava, thank you for joining me. I don't know if you have a question at this time, but bring everybody on. Let's bring on renter crowds, and let's lighten up this load that we're carrying. Let's laugh a bit more. Let's have some fun with this, because really what's waiting for us on the other side of this quantum healing is joy. And that's our birthright, and that's who we really are in our souls. So let's remove the layers of old stuff and just kind of like a cork coming up from the bottom of the ocean, come to the surface and breathe in fresh air and just have good lives, bring light to the world. So thank you for joining me. If you're just listening, that's great. If you want to email me afterwards, that's great. And just know that you're not alone, that there is help out there. There's many, many other healers that are doing very similar work to myself. I feel I'm just one of an army of light workers. And actually, my dear host, Alan Richards here in Whistler, is doing something called trinfinity.com. And this is actually a computer program where you are hooked up and you're listening through crystals to a higher frequency, and it takes you from this frequency to that frequency in about 30 minutes, and it rejuvenates you. And if you'd like to know more about it, please contact Alan personally. You can find him at trinfinity.com. He's a Whistler, and his name is Alan Richards. And it's just another way, without going too deeply into the emotions, of having a bit of a lift from this frequency to the next. Okay, I see that Chris has joined us. Yes, Chris, the quantum healing, you would do it through me as a personal private session. It takes about 2 hours. I can either do it online, that's very easy to do, or I live in Kelowna, you can come to my office in Kelowna and do that session there. But if you send me your email address, I will send you the information. I'm just in the process of rebranding and putting the information on my website. So it's better right now, this week, if you send me that email, and then I can make sure you get all the information you need before you make a decision. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for joining here. It's lovely to see people tuning in. And again, love to hear your stories about what's happening with you with this increase in energy. People are really exploding in terms of being fed up with who they've been for the last little while. It's not enough anymore. Some people feel like they want to climb out of their skin because they're so antsy. Some people feel stuck. Some of my clients are saying that they're at the end of their rope. They can't see a way because they've been living the old way for so long, but they don't realize that just through the doorway, there's a whole other reality. And that reality is already waiting for us. We don't even have to manifest it. We just have to put ourselves through our thinking and our feeling into this high frequency and get happy. And then the happier and the more excited, the more relieved and more peaceful we are, the more that pieces of that new reality can come and slide into our experience. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm so excited. I've given about 25 quantum healing sessions so far, but if you don't know me, I have been doing intuitive readings, palmistry, teaching psychic development, doing past life regressions for a long, long time, more than 25 years. I don't want to even admit that, but it's been a very long time. And so I've been watching how we've been evolving, all of us, going from the dark ages, I call it, into the light. And that's where we're all headed, however long it takes us to get there. So let me know your stories. I'm especially interested in miracles because I've got stories I'm going to share with you about miracles. It's going to be the good news channel, and to give some people hope when they don't feel like they have any. So looking forward to hearing from you. I'm going to sign off pretty soon. If anybody wants to ask me a question on the chat line, please go ahead right now and I can respond. Otherwise, I'm hoping to see you next Monday, same time, but next week we're going to be in Vancouver. So I'll be probably in Horseshoe Bay. So hope to talk to you from Horseshoe Bay. So look out for my website, natasharosewood.com. My books are at amazon.kindle. And there is a link in Facebook to the YouTube thing on quantum healing I just did. So hopefully you guys can find that. Love you all. Let's start a movement of getting into joy. Yeehaw! Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.